Well, Philippine authorities are set to implement a community quarantine of the entire region of Metro Manila this Sunday, and that's to slow down the spread of COVID-19 in the country.
Land, domestic air and domestic sea travel to and from Metro Manila shall be suspended beginning March 15, 2020 and to end on April 14, 2020.
So March 15, 2021 marks 1 year since the Philippines is under lockdown. Last year, March 15, 2020, President Rodrigo Duterte has placed the entire Philippines into enhanced community quarantine. People are not allowed to go out, no travels by land, by air, or by sea because of COVID-19. Fast forward, 1 year had passed and we are still dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic. So our video for today is a little bit different. Is the Philippine government really deserve to be blamed with all the hardships that we had to go through during the time of the pandemic? I myself had experience and went through all the process when this pandemic lockdown has started. If you have been following this channel, we had uploaded all our experiences during the lockdown, during the process, the arrival process, the quarantine, the swab test, and all that stuff. March 15 of 2020, when President Rodrigo Duterte announced that the entire Philippines will be under lockdown, I was in the United States of America. My flights were canceled going back to the Philippines, and I wind up being stuck in the States for 5 months. I was able to come home to the Philippines last July of 2020 along with my husband. But coming home wasn't so easy because we had to go through the arrival protocols of the Philippine government. We had to undergo swab testing, we had to undergo quarantine in Manila. While waiting for our swab test result, we have to process the documents that our LGU needs before we can come home in General Santos City. Then when we went home to General Santos City, we had to go through quarantine again. Believe it or not, we went through 21 days quarantine that they require here at LGU Jensen. So total, we haven't seen our kids for 6 months. It was really hard because we were away from our kids for several months. But we felt safe of what we did because we have kids. We wouldn't mind going through the quarantine, we wouldn't mind going through the swab testing for our kids to be safe around us. Though I would say the Philippine government has lapses on imposing or implementing their protocols on arrival, swab testing, quarantine, and stuff, but we felt safer with their protocols. I am not saying that I am citing the Philippine government, it's just that what we have experienced by the time we went home to the Philippines. That time, COVID cases in the Philippines was really high and traveling to the Philippines wasn't really safe at all. But with the Philippine government's protocol on arrival, quarantine, swab testing, we felt much safer going through all those processes. Financial-wise, it wasn't really so convenient, but we don't really have a whole lot of choice because we have to go through the process. This is the thing when you go home to the Philippines. We have to take the good with the bad. We felt safer, but it cost us so much money. We did not complain even if we wanted to because we don't really have a whole lot of choice. But what we did, we get ourselves more prepared in going home to the Philippines. Physically, emotionally, and financially. So if you are one of those who can still make it to the Philippines, bring a lot of patience and pray for a smooth travel going to the Philippines. You probably wonder why I say why if you can still make it to the Philippines, because the Philippine government is downsizing the inbound passengers coming to and from the Philippines starting March 18 until April 19 to 1,500 passengers a day. So like I said, if you are one of those who can still make it to the Philippines during this time, bring a lot of patience and pray. If you missed that update, we have just recently uploaded that yesterday in our travel updates. Please do check it out because your flight might be affected by these new changes on international arrival at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport. So what's your story when the lockdown was imposed last March 15 of 2020? Let's hear it. Thank you so much guys for watching. If you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family whom you know that can use this video as reference. If you are new to our channel, welcome. We do travel updates, and if you are not a subscriber yet, please consider subscribing and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you will be notified on updates like this. And to our subscribers and new subscribers, thank you so much for the continued support and trust to our channel, the Eton Squad. I hope to see you guys on our next travel update. Stay safe, stay healthy, and God bless everyone. Bye!